Welcome to the Moi University AgShare project on the development of a module on economic role of prices and approaches to the study of agricultural marketing and performance. This module was developed by the Department of Economics and Agricultural Resource Management in a collaboration with the Collaborative Masters in Agricultural and Applied Economics, OER Africa, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
In this video, we will see middlemen at different stages of the maize marketing system. One market segment is experiencing a surplus while the other is in a deficit area. We will also see government agencies involved in maize marketing. We will first listen to an interview of a trader in the surplus region.
Kwa majina naitwa Esther Cheriot.
I am a maize trader mainly. Usually, I buy from a farmer and taken to a miller most of the time. Usually we buy when wet and dry. When it is still wet, I will need to dry it to reach moisture content of 13.5. When it is maize that he has not dried, he usually sells to me and adds me 1 kg for drying. Usually for a farmer who has dried maize, we usually buy kilos, 90 kg bag standard weight. And if he has not dried it, he usually weighs for me at 94 kg or 93 kg bag. Now we usually sell our maize to millers because we say ready market. I.e. you sell your maize and you are paid on the spot and you get a chance to go back to the farmer and buy more. If you sell to cereals board, you can stay for 1 year without getting your money. Especially this year, we are experiencing a lot of problems. They are bringing many things to the cereal board that we don't even understand. They are saying for a storage, a farmer, even if you are a trader, you take your maize and store it there first. After storing, you go and look for a market that disturbs us, especially business people like us. Concerning prices, we observe millers' price first before going to the farmer. If they are buying at 1300, we deduct 100 for transport, and we deduct 50 for expenses, and deduct 50 for your profit. And now you go back to the farmer when you already know what a farmer's price should be. We want the government to intervene in issues of maize because now we have problems, but we don't know its genesis and its end. Like now, when you talk to the farmers about the price, they complain about fertilizer. When you talk to the millers, they complain about how they are suppressed or given conditions for buying maize. Now we middlemen, we are left suffering. If the government intervenes, we feel it will be good. They should address on the farmer's side issues of fertilizer and address on the side of the buyers. Now millers should discuss the price they deserve to buy at, because millers also usually take advantage to suppress traders and farmers. You see, they use that to suppress them. That is where there is a problem. If they had stabilized the price, it would be okay. The government should have given us a dryer which they pay at least less charges. We will try to set up the work because now it is human labor that we use to dry. You see, there it is so hard. It is so hard to dry because sometimes you can spread out and rains. It becomes inevitable to scoop it up. We know there are places without food, but means of transportation are difficult. You can go with your maize from Eldoret to Turkana or Isiolo, but on your way, you will not reach because they know what you are carrying. Let us also watch another interview from a trader from a deficit area. This maize earlier on as from April to July. We have been acquiring it from Uganda. Uganda has been having a good price, and I feel when Uganda maize arrives, it really helps us more than this one of ours. When ours arrive, it has a bad price. Even how to sell it becomes difficult. When we buy in buckets. These buckets, we buy 5 buckets which make 42 kg tins, making 90 kg. We buy at 35 Kenyan shillings per 2 kg tin, which gives us 1400. Then we sell at 1500 Kenyan shillings as a wholesale price. I get at 35 Kenyan shillings, and personally, after adding all my costs and bringing it here, I sell 1 2 kg tin at 40 Kenyan shillings. If rotten like this one here, I sell a 2 kg tin at 37 Kenyan shillings. I sell to these people passing by. Every Kenyan who passes by. We can't say we sell only to people of Luanda. When somebody passes by, he asks, how do you sell maize? And you sell to them. We don't have any specific people that we sell maize to. We buy maize at a bad price. When we come here, people want us to lower the price. You find that the price at which you bought is what people of Luanda want you to sell, and their problems start. When you tell customers this maize I bought at this price, pay this price, they refuse to listen. They argue that we business women, when we bring maize, we hike the price. They don't know that the margin is we get on a 2 kg tin is just a small amount, not so much. We are praying if government is willing, it should help us. It should lower the price of maize for us to enable us to know how we can sell maize to our consumers. When you look at it, one is white and one is rotten, and is wet and we then dry. If you don't dry, you will get all the maize is rotten, colored, and get rotten or turns green. The government should stick to one price, and when it sticks to one price, we business women, we should know when we engage in business. We bought maize at this price, and when we come here, we should charge a good price so that our customers can buy maize, and should know that we should unite to charge a price so that our customers can also afford.
I'm transporting maize plus wheat. This is a kind of business that I am carrying on. Yeah, I've started. It has many advantages plus its disadvantages. So I will start with advantages of transportation. Since I've started transporting this kind of, or transact this kind of business, I've kept some profit eventually when I started. So this maize I'm transporting from a farm. It is far from here, 80 kilometers reserve. I'm getting almost 20% of its profit. Yeah. This business, it has uplifted our standard of living in our area, because we give out for our county councils the constructions of roads. So this business, it is hard, but we have tried our best. We have challenges in our roads, which cost us many high demand of the vehicle. We replace springs every monthly because of bad roads, and many things in our spares. Every time and then we replace it. In another way, there is when the customer or the trader want to approach us, there is many competition. You must have a good vehicle with everything. You cannot be stopped in the road when you are traveling. Other thing is about drivers. You know, there are many drivers, or a few of them, they are drunkards. So if you are a drunkard, you cannot afford to take traders' goods, because you can cause accident in the road. A vehicle must have a license, sticker, everything that it requires, so that you can travel safely in the road without any problem. Stopped by police, traffic police, or any government institution. How I charge, it depends how we accept with the trader, agreement with the trader. We agree about sack. We may say I'm taking one sack by 100 shillings to this place from 80 kilometers. Yeah, and it will remain until we sell the goods. Yeah, no other options tomorrow. We shall agree with the trader that we must stay how long? Is it 2 days or more than 2? At least it is 3 days, because I need to transport other goods, because other traders are waiting us in the interior.
Let us also watch another interview from a maize miller.
Kwa majina naitwa Geoffrey Asila. Hii biashara ya mahindi nimefanya kwa muda wa miaka 15.
I have done it for 15 years. On the side of posho mill, I think we go with the season. Let's say, for example, from October to December, we are usually very busy, because at that moment there are a lot of people who concentrate on buying food. They have no ways of helping themselves, because ours are not yet harvested. Now from October to December, we are usually very busy. In January to February, we break a bit. Then from March, April, May, June, July, we are very busy, because we have nothing, because maize is scarce, and maize from scheme is nearing depletion. Now it becomes necessary to look for maize from far, and when it comes, everybody scrambles for it. Now we posho millers, we become very busy. When you bring your maize, there is a sieve which you place out there. You should place your maize on the sieve, remove all that, remove everything, and make maize clean. Then take to the posho mill. Once maize is poured into the posho mill, it does not have any other option but to be milled. So it is upon the owner of maize, when he brings maize, to make sure his maize is prepared the way it is expected. The only difference I can have with the owner of maize is that my maize, I have brought, it is clean, but the flour is not fine. That is where we can and For flour to be fine, it is me to examine the sieve. This tray is designed to carry 10 2-kilogram tins. When it is full, it carries 10 2-kilogram tins. Usually we don't use a weighing scale. With a weighing scale, we cannot agree with business women. Matters of women are complex. If you bring weighing scales here, they will disappear. Now we weigh using this tray. When you bring 10 2-kilogram tins, you should fill the tray. 9 2-kilogram tins, we have marked where it will reach. 2-kilogram tins, you have marked where it will reach. It is constant because it reaches a time you can find, for example, fuel drops, and it drops for 2 months. The 3rd month, you hear fuel price has risen, and when it rises, it is difficult to tell customers that fuel cost has risen. We increase milling price. They will not accept. It is necessary to retain the same price since they are used to it. After 2 years, we increased by Kenya shillings 1. Depending on the level of work, busy days are Mondays and Thursdays. On Monday, when there is sufficient work, we can make Kenya shillings 3,500 and above. Thursday, the same. These other weekdays, we make Kenya shillings 1,500 or 1,200, depending on each day. The third issue, process of portion mill. Depending on how we mill, depends on your machine. If you have a powerful motor, it will make you operate fast. And if you have a less powerful motor, it will make your work to move slowly. And milling work depends on the speed of the machine. If the machine is fast, you will make money. If the machine is slow, it will mean you also go slow. And that moment it takes time, and when it takes time, your income will be low. Because when you mill flour for somebody, you must be patient until all the flour comes out. A powerful motor starts from 20 horsepower, 25 horsepower, up to 30 horsepower. Above that, you will find that it uses a lot of power. It should be between 20 horsepower and 30 horsepower. When you take motor above 30 horsepower, it will use a lot of power. When you try to balance your income with electricity charges and other things such as rent and stuff, power has increased beyond expectations. Because sometimes when you commit yourself and do it well, you get Kenya shillings 45,000 monthly, and you get power consuming Kenya shillings 20,000. And now, what you remain with, you have not paid rent, you have not paid staff, you have not paid for services or machines, and realize there is nothing you remain with. What we cry for is that the government should address the cost of power. The second thing, a machine is blind and is controlled by human beings. It should be in good condition. It should be serviced. If it is a motor, it should be serviced before use.
Now, let us watch an interview from National Cereals and Produce Board official.
The purpose or the functions of NCPB, I'll apportion it into 4 functions. We have function 1, which is commercial function. Function 2, which is strategic grain reserves. Function 3, which is famine relief. And then we have function 4, which is now it's the new product which we call it warehousing receipting system, which is just operates like a third-party agency. Apart from that, we do also lease out damages, or you can call them pellets, whichever, at a rate or at a cost of 50 shillings per piece per usage. So if somebody wants to hire 1,000 pallets, we do that 50 shillings each. That is on summary of commercial services. We also do have function 2, which is we do this on behalf of the government. Which this is strategic grain reserves management. We procure, maintain, distribute strategic grains on behalf of the government. And then apart from that, we have function 3, which is famine relief function. In this, the government, through the Ministry of Special Programs, issue us with orders to service relief food to specific institutions, mostly through the provincial administration. And in this regard, I'm talking of the DCs. We do provide that service to the government of famine relief. The DCs comes with their orders. The fairness of the policy in terms of the parameters is generally accepted, because when we talk of the fair average quality, we have a system where after the farmer maybe fails the test of the specifications, we have an appraise system. The farmer comes to the silo manager. I go from point A to point B, explaining to him or her why this maize has been rejected.
My name is Frederick Okfolo-Anjala. I work with the Ministry of Agriculture. I'm stationed in Nandi North. The ministry is mandated to advise farmers at those various levels. Of course, the policies are made in the headquarters, but the policies flow down up to the very lower levels. Currently, we have what we call frontline extension staff or frontline extension workers who have the direct contact with the farmers in the field. Well, most farmers, for 1 or 2 reasons, they are forced to dispose of maize through middlemen. One, because the national cereals board, which is mandated to purchase the produce from farmers, it has its own shortcomings. One, they don't pay on time. 2, at times they ask the farmers to deliver the produce to their stores. And at times a farmer has only 50 or 20 bags. He might find it cumbersome to hire a lorry, go through all those procedures to send the maize to the national cereals board. So in that case, he's forced to sell it at farm gate. Farm gate prices naturally they're supposed to be lower. So any farmer who opts to sell his produce at farm level, he has to accept the farm gate prices, which are normally lower. So input has been a problem, and then that inconsistency, the price is not stable. There has been also a problem of some scapulars businessmen, bringing in fertilizer of poor quality. And that's something that we feel as the government can control. Through PEPs, they should be able to say this is wrong, this is correct, and so on and so on. The government, if possible, should have that. The KFIS guys are the ones who control the quality of inputs and so on. They should have them all over so that they can control the quality of inputs. We have a shortage of staff in the field. The Ministry of Agriculture doesn't have enough staff to handle the number of farmers that we have. So we are feeling also the ministry should do something to have more staff employed in that ministry. Quality of staff, this is from the farmers. That some of the agriculture staff are not serving them adequately, which to me is like the training is not also adequate. We are feeling maybe institutions of higher learning, especially institutions, colleges, universities, they are training students who will end up being agriculture officers. They should train students who will be hands-on. People will come to the field and work with the farmers. Okay? An agriculture officer will be willing to get a jembe and plow with the farmer and show him how to plant and so on. Okay? The university should do more research on what's required by the farmer, so that their training is geared towards helping the farmer, as opposed to, giving out knowledge that's just general. They should have something that's tailor-made for the given farmer.
From these scenarios, you can clearly observe middlemen at different stages of the maize value chain and the role of government agencies in facilitating maize marketing.